Welcome to another episode of Most Man. Big number 13. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell, comment, subscribe, baby. We need some more subscribers. Even if you don't have time to watch it all the time, we just need to get as many subscribers as we can to get over that hump to where we can start doing these things live. So please like, subscribe, ring the bell, comment. We want your comments. We want to hear from you. We are available on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, iHeartMedia, themostmen.com, info@themostmen.com. And welcome back. Don't be a most man. Get your man card. Get your man kit. It is coming soon. Get your man card. Get your balls back. Get your manhood back. Get a 12-step recovery program on how to maintain all the cool swag when you join the men's club. After you buy your man kit, you are in the men's club. You join the men's club. So let's do it. Build some better men. All right. What's up, Timmy?
Let's do it. I want to hear what you're all grinning. He's ear to ear grins, man. He's cracking me up.
Man.
He either won the lottery or something else.
No. It ain't that good. It ain't that good. It's pretty damn close, but it's not that good.
Well, you can win the lottery and win, what, $200. I mean, you don't got to win the big one.
Okay, so on the last one, which will be a week for you, but it's been about 30 minutes for us. Cheers to y'all. Okay, so, you know how I was telling you about, learn to start a fire, this, that, and the other. Okay. Well, there's a totally new way to travel now. Have you seen all these Sprinter vans that they turn into this van life? They live the van life.
Conversion vans.
That's or RVs or whatever. But what I'm saying is that people are taking their kids out of school because all the bullshit that's happening. They're taking them out of school, and they're just traveling, and they're homeschooling their kids and all that. So, okay, so on the last one, y'all got to hear that my realtor was over here. So I'm selling my place. I'm going to sell my place. I'm about to make a pretty good, substantial chunk. So I'm buying some land out west, okay, up here. Just enough to get out of the city, and I'm gonna build me a barn dominium and, man cave and all that, place that I can go to on the weekend. But I needed a place to stay. Okay, so I started looking for travel trailers and blah 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 blah, and then I started seeing these. They'll go buy a bus or a box truck or whatever, but I'm just telling you how I got into this, okay?
All right.
And how it ties into this, okay? Which this is let me get to that part where I give you the drumsticks ready to go. Okay, so I started thinking, I was like, well, shit, I could just give me something small, to live in while I'm out there building, and just rent me a place here in town. So my son has all of his day-to-day activities where his life doesn't change. But on the weekends, he was like, man, I want to be out there with you because, we'll have 40 or 50 acres. He'll bring his buddies out there, and they'll just ride their dirt bikes all day, camp, and do what they do, right? So I really start diving in. And I'm seeing all these people. So, dude, you know me.
Go big or go home.
Go big, go home, dude. This just fucking, man. I started thinking about it and 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 thinking about it. And all of a sudden, the light bulb went off, and I was like, holy fuck. This is going to blow his dick off. I hope it blows y'all's dick off. And we don't have that many people right now, but we will. These things take time. It takes time. And we got time. So, dude, I'm buying a motor coach, dude. And I'm turning it into We're still going to so after this, I'm building a production house to where we have a new studio. We're going to have other studios to where people can come in and do podcasts, and we'll do all their editing and all their, we'll do all the stuff that it takes. We'll build websites and all that stuff. I'll get into that later. But I'm turning the bus into a mobile podcast.
The Mobile Most Man.
It's going to be fucking, I'm going to wrap it. It's going to have all the channels, because here's the thing. I've got 2 other channels that I've started. I just hadn't started producing the content yet. Okay. But here's the thing. What this does. Have you seen inside those buses before?
Yeah, I go out to the racetrack. People got all kinds of them.
Well,
so
okay.
It's almost like being in a dealership where there's so many of them. You can kind of pick and choose what's cool and what's not cool.
Dude, these old people go out and buy these things brand new, and they lose half their value as soon as they drive off the lot. It'd be $1 million. Dude, I'm looking at some right now that are $150,000 to $200,000 that are, it's nicer than my house.
Oh, yeah. They got the slide outs on them and all kinds of
granite
stuff.
Countertops. I'm talking fucking nice, dude. And I thought about it. I was like, whoa, hold up. We're about to go on tour. We're taking it on the road.
Taking it on the road.
Okay. Now, what started this idea, okay, is, I don't want to see my naked head too long. I'm starting a new channel. If we try one, we're going to try them all. We're going to try every pickle in America.
Pickles or bust.
The name of the channel is Tickle My Pickle. Any pickle company out there, can you tickle my pickle? Let's find out, because we try one and we try them all.
Man, he's been eating pickles for years and years. I can't tell you how many times. Here, take these home. Try these. He's had a pickle fetish for quite a while.
Yeah, everywhere I go, I buy pickles.
So he's got
I am the pickle connoisseur. I am the pickle master. I am going to be the king of the pickle review. Okay? Not only are we going to cure a lot of men out there, but I am going to find the best pickle known to man in America. And it starts in 6 weeks.
I don't know how to argue with any of that.
Okay. I'm telling you now. But
that wasn't even the, all right.
We're taking Most Man on the road. It doesn't, everybody out there that said y'all want to do this, you think it's fun and cool and this, that, and the other, fuck you. I'll come to you. I don't want to hear this shit that it's too far of a drive. I don't know. I don't want to do it, but I don't want to do it that bad. I'm coming to you.
How do you argue with that?
And then we're going to start tours. Once we start building our fan base, we're going to have the official bus pull up, and we can do it anywhere, anytime, anywhere. We're going to go to places that will allow me to rent for venues to where we can sell everybody their man kits and their man cards and help every man get their balls back and retain while we try some pickles.
Well, maybe hire a band to get everybody all worked up into a frenzy first. Sing Don Most Man songs.
I've got the guitars.
We need to come up with the song list that are the most anti-Most Man songs or something. Freebird obviously be on there, like, I'm out of here,
Dude.
But we need some
Do you know how
Man
fun?
playlist.
Do you know how fun that would be? Because once all of you out there that are just now watching, and y'all are watching, and you see the views did this, and then they kind of did this, and they're doing this. It takes 3 to 6 months to really start building numbers, because it's these shorts that we're running. They're getting a couple thousand views, man. It's not like they're not getting seen, man. There's people watching them. But people are subscribing. That's because now I can see on the analytics those last 2 shorts that we did.
Yeah.
We got 6 subscriptions off of that.
All right.
And they explode for like a day, and then they just fizzle out. But then you're going to start seeing the views of all the, because again, and I get it, everybody out there, I get it. We're all busy. That's why we're trying to keep them within an hour. Sometimes we're going to go 2 or 3 hours, especially when we get this in our system. It's time flies. And sorry, just watch it in chunks. Okay, so, but these smaller, it's what's going to build the long term. That's how we build. Okay, but the thing is that once that way I can have my studio. But the thing is that we'll have the bus. I'm telling you, I'm going to have. It's going to be wrapped with Most Man, Tickle My Pickle, and I haven't came up with the name yet. But I'm also, he knows this too. You will never go to a restaurant with me, especially not any restaurant. You'll never go to a Mexican restaurant with me and share salsa with me. I get my own bowl. I love salsa just as much as I like pickles.
And when he means bowl, he doesn't mean like the single serving size bowl that they come and bring, fill it a couple.
Cereal bowl.
It's like a Jethro Bodine
cereal bowl. And I drink it. Once there's no more chunks in there, it's all going. So it's going to be Tickle My Pickle, and I got to come up with a salsa name. But we are taking Most Man on the road.
I'm in. Man, you don't think a NASCAR parking lot you couldn't pack the Most Men up there?
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
This thing is going to be a driving billboard. It is going to be a driving billboard.
Sell pickles out of the back in the spare time.
I'm going to start my own pickle company. Yeah. No.
I expect no less.
Yeah. Hand me one of my other hats over there.
Yo.
No. Yeah, that one.
Oh, there.
Yeah. Going for it, baby.
The Pickle Meister. I like them little sweet gherkin ones. You like these big monster, looks like a baked potato.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you, this hat's not good for the podcast. Dude, I used to play this game. And it was a war game. And Jesus Christ, this is funny. I used to play this war game. Okay? And I got to remember how it started.
And there's pickles involved.
Oh, yes.
In a war game.
Yes. Okay, so how did it start? Okay, so, oh, God bless America. Oh, it was these. So I started a fake account, okay? And I was known I was the shit talkingest motherfucker on the chat, okay?
Yeah.
Because, it's a war game. You got to get in people's heads, and whenever you fucking attack them, you've been talking shit to them for a month, and you just. And I was like one of the biggest guys in the game. Like nobody could. It took like 15 of them to attack me, and I'd be like, "That all you got?" And then I'd hit them one time, and it'd be like, "Motherfucker, that's gonna cost me $500 to recoup from that because you had to pay." I spent like $15,000 building this account. Okay.
I told you, people, it's go big or go home.
No, it's called West Game. I'm sure there's a bunch of people out there that know what it is. It's called West Game. Okay, it's basically the Wild West where, you build up your troops, your blah blah blah. That doesn't matter. Oh God, man, I don't want to forget because these. Okay, there's a lot of ladies that played this game too. So I started this fake account just to fuck with people, okay? And I don't want to screw this up. So hold on one second. Talk. So I got just a minute to remember how it got to the pickle part.
Yeah, it doesn't shock me at all that Mark can come
Oh,
up with pickles in a war game.
okay, because the cannon, okay. The cannons. So you had your riflemen, your pistoliers, and your but the cannon was a waste of money. Okay, so when I started this account, all I had was a couple of cannons, and I was threatening to whoop everybody's ass. But the cannon is just like does nothing. You could have 1,000,000 of them, and somebody just shoots one bomb, you're done. So the cannons are worth
And
nothing.
you got to drag them around with you and everything.
Yeah, but they just do the least damage. They're a pain in the ass. They're just, and everybody's thinking, man, if I get 1,000,000 cannons and I shoot 1,000,000 cannons at one time, that'll fuck somebody up. Well, they don't. It's just a way for them to make money on the game. Okay, so, I got to talking shit to these women that I knew would take the bait, and she was like, they were like, who is this little motherfucker? She's like a gnat on her ass and this, that. And I knew everything to set them off, everything. And she was like, you bring that cannon over here and I'm going to fuck you up. And I was like, do you want, so I named my cannon Steely Dan, okay?
Okay.
Because when we were moving, I don't want to tell, because this is a family member. No, okay. I was moving somebody, okay? And I went to pick up the bed, and underneath the bed, or underneath the nightstand, there was a package that had a stainless steel dildo in the package, and the name of the dildo, it was just this, it was a fucking dildo with a point, the name of the dildo was Steely Dan. I was like, Jesus Christ, man. It was all chrome shined out, like just fucking. So every time we lifted a box up, we would Steely Dan!
Oh, geez.
So it came a joke in my company, and like, man, don't break out Steely Dan. So I named my cannon Steely Dan, and I was like, well, do you want my pickle? Because they were talking like, I bet you got a little dick and all this. You're just as small as you are. I bet your dick's just as small as your cannon. And I was like, no. My cannon is Steely Dan, okay? Do you want, because they were like, your dick's the size of a, I bet your dick's small. I said, no, my dick's the size of a pickle. I said, you like pickles? You like pickles? They're like, what does it got to do with pickles? And I said, well, because Steely Dan's got sons. One's Baby Jerkins, one's Sweet Jerkins. But I was like, do you want my pickle or do you want my cannon? You want my cannon up your ass or do you want my pickle up your ass? And they were like, yeah, I'm sure you got a dick the size of a pickle, this, that, and the other. And so that's what we would always get in these shit talking moments, because I started growing the account too, to where they're like, oh shit, this guy's he's really coming for us. So I'd get in the chat and I'd be like, do you want my pickle or do you want Steely Dan? And all the women on this game they were like, I'll bend over for Steely Dan. And I was like, well, he also has, I've got baby cannons too. Steely Dan's my big cannon. But I've got Sweet Jerkins, Baby Jerkins, Little Jerkins. Oh, good Lord.
Can't remember your family name over there.
Well, it's been a long time since I played this game.
I would hope so.
But it was so fucking funny, because they ended up finding out it was me. They were like, this is, because my name was Shamrock on the game. And I was like, this game, we're in the wrong business, dude. These people that make these games that you have to buy to. I mean, they're making fucking they're making billions of dollars off these games. It's insane how much people, and it's so addictive. Like you can't. It is so addictive. So, but I grew the fastest in the game just because I thought, well, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. I want to be the best, right? So I was known as Shamrock, and then they started calling me Sham and Shammy and all this. But at any rate, I started building. So it was through a community of probably, what's my son? Probably a community of probably, I would say, close to 900,000 people. That they were all like, no, you need to take the pickle. You don't want his cannon. You don't want Steely Dan because he's got another account that will fucking roast you. So all the women on it turned into this big, huge sexual. They were like, what was the name of my account? I had another. What was the name of the account? Oh, dear God. I'll think of it. The name was just as good as... Oh, God. I'll think of it here in a minute. It doesn't matter. But, yeah.
So the pickles in the war. Pickles in the war game.
Well, my cannons were named Little Jerkins, Sweet Jerkins, Baby Jerkins. What all the Jerkins are. But you just would have had to have been a part of the game to understand it because it was. There was a lot of people that were like, "Take the pickle." All the girls, every time I'd say something, they were like, "Take the pickle, don't take the cannon." No Steely Dan. So, but no. Do you see where I'm going with the idea of the mobile?
Yeah, I'm more on board with the most man mobile than the sweet gherkin.
No, that was just a joke in that game. No, the tickle my pickle.
Yeah, but do your pickle thing.
I'm gonna do my pickle thing
and make your own pickles, or
it's just something fun. It's just something fun because there's a guy out there doing it right now. There's a couple of people out there doing it. Okay, and they're just not doing it right. Do you know? You're a sports. Do you know who Barstool Sports is?
Yeah.
Okay, so Dave Portnoy.
Yeah.
Have you seen his One Bite pizza reviews?
No.
He goes around reviewing pizza.
Okay.
But he's like the king of pizza reviews. Like, he's changed the pizza game. He goes in, gets one slice, okay? Or he'll buy the whole pizza, but he just judges cheese pizza. But he gauges it on ice skating.
All right.
10. Nobody's getting a 10. If you're in the 9s, you're in the best pizza in America or the world. Okay? Hardly any of them get into the 9s, but if you're in the 9s, you're 9.1, 9.2. You're at 9 point. I don't think he might have given it a 9.3. But those are perfect scores. Like, that's, if you're in the 8s, that means if you're in the 8s, because 8.0 is a rookie score, or 9.0 is a rookie score. It's always got to be 8 point, okay? But 7s, okay, so in the 7s, that's if you get in the 7s, in the upper 7s.
It's not bad.
No, it's not. No, it's good. Like, if you're in the 7s, you are in you're in the game. High 7s, it's like worth driving 2 hours to go get pizza. If it's in the 8s, it's worth taking a trip to go get the pizza. It doesn't matter where, what state, city, doesn't matter. If you're in the 8s, it's worth taking a trip to, not a round of pizza, but go to that city, visit the city, and it's that good. If it's in the 8s, it's worth taking a trip, whether it's a 4 or 5 hour drive or you got to fly. Okay? If it's in the 9s, it's your... But when he does this, okay, because he takes it serious, and I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm not doing it to copy him. That's not what I'm doing. But once I saw these people that are doing in the pickle game, okay, I was like, fuck that, man. Y'all are they're giving everything. Oh, this is a 9. This is a 9 point. Like give it a 10. No, fuck that, man. There's got to be a serious grade. The pickle game is a fucking real game. I mean, so is the salsa game, man. Yeah, you just wait. I'm gonna take it serious. I'm gonna take it damn serious. So enough about Tickle My Pickle, but I'm just saying. We're taking Most Man on the road. Because here's the thing. Here's the problem with getting guests. It's not just the drive out here. It's taking the time to stop what you're doing to do it. It's not that anybody does not want to do it. But you have to make it convenient for them. And you're asking for their time. You're asking for their time, their social media following. You know what I mean? Like, that's very, very selfish of me to ask people for their time and their social media following and all that for me to benefit and them just to be on here for what? They get to crack some jokes? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it would be rude of me not to go to them. But it needs to be so over the top that they don't mind doing it. We can pull up in their parking lot. But I'm just talking down the road. Can you not see the tours that can happen? Like you say, NASCAR, concerts. Just taking that thing places where there's a lot of people. Setting up the merch section, setting up the man kit section to sell all the stuff. Or we could have a bunch of giveaways. You know what I mean? We could have a cornhole tournament going on. You see where I'm going?
Yeah.
Free booze?
Yeah, that's a dicey one.
Well, or penny beers.
Yeah, I was going to say somebody fucks themselves way up and then they blame it on him.
Well, we can make them sign
It's
NDAs.
a NASCAR race. Everybody's drunkard and shit anyway. And
well,
then,
I'm just saying.
so then when they get in trouble, oh man, it was a Most Man bunch.
I'm saying other places, not NASCAR. They can sign NDAs if they want to drink. So you got to, just have an iPad there on their first purchase, have an NDA that we're selling 10-cent beers. I mean, fuck.
But you can only get so many, You can't just let somebody get trashed.
We can't. We're not. But I'm just saying do you not see the vision that I'm thinking about here?
I see 10-cent beers. You're asking for trouble.
Well, but that's an example. It doesn't have to be that. But do you see where I'm going with this?
Sure. Yeah. Once you get a little bit of a
following,
notoriety.
Yeah, you get a following going, and they know we're coming to town. But here's the thing: that's my pickle machine at the same time. You see what I'm saying? That's my way to travel and do pickles.
And you can have a trailer behind the thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We'll set up a merch shop. But what I'm getting at is that as this gets going, again, I am not saying that this is going to happen. I foresee that it could happen, but it's got to be marketed well. Okay, it's got to be taken serious and it's got to be marketed well. Which once I make my money off this place, I'm gonna have plenty of money to do the marketing.
Well, you can have a whole bunch of that go on just in the DFW area,
right,
and get the drill down and see what works and what doesn't work, and
right. But I'm just saying
before you go heading off to Talladega or
Daytona. No, I ain't doing. No, I'm talking about like all the people that have said, yeah, I'd like to do that, but it's time. And again, it's talk real quick.
Oh yeah, I never have a problem doing that. I can talk anytime, anywhere for hours and hours and hours.
To get me a shot in. Okay, but what I'm saying is we could just say you have 3 or 4 guys out at your lake house.
Yeah.
And we all just want to yuck it up. Let's bring my motorhome out there. We get in there, knock out some, have a blast. They get to see how fun it is. We could do it regularly. We could go to. It's mobile. You remember Steve-O from Jackass?
No, but I know of the Jackass
stuff. He kind of does the same thing, but he does it in L.A. He's got a little Sprinter van that he does, that he turned into a little podcast studio. And he's not trying to kill. He's just doing it for fun. It's not fun, but I'm just saying it eliminates. Number one, I've always wanted one. Two, when I started realizing that there's a lot of people out there, they're getting out of the city shit and all this fucked up world that we're living in. They're getting out of it, and they're just, I mean, and two, I want to see the United States. You know what I mean? Like I'm single. I'm about to put a bunch of money in my pocket, and I always tried to do this when I had my family, and she shot it down every time. You know, but it gives me an opportunity to do this anywhere I want to do it.
And if it's your job, then you're not really on vacation somewhere. You're actually working, so you're being productive while you're fucking off. You know,
right.
At the Grand Canyon or something. You know, you go see the Grand Canyon and talk most man with
that
people you'd never run across.
Bingo.
Your average person, even if they've lived some kind of boring, sheltered life, probably has like 5 of the funniest, craziest stories. Like, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard. And they're like, yeah, man,
bingo.
That's why I don't go anywhere, man, because crazy shit happens to me.
Bingo.
It ruined them because it was so damn funny or crazy.
Here's the thing. I want to talk to real people. All this famous. That's the problem with podcasting right now, is everybody's trying to get the famous people. Okay, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They want famous people because they've got social media, and they want to. It's a numbers grab for both, but it's got to be beneficial for both. It's a collaboration, is all it is. But who am I? I'm not going to be fucking breaking any celebrities. But I want to talk to real people that have done real things, because hell, when I went and looked at them the other day, actually yesterday. That is number 2. But yesterday I went to go look at him, and I ran into this old man. He just was telling me, because he asked me, he said, man, what's a young man like you wanting to buy a rig like this when you're single? And I told him. And I was, because again, you're right. It's a depreciable item for people that just want to travel. For me, it's a business expense. Yeah. And it's a tool for me to get and do whatever I want to do. Okay. And it gives me a place to live while I build my house. Okay.
And if the shit hits the fan, you can
go wherever the shit's not happening.
Yeah, go in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah. But so what I'm going to do at first, I am buying a bus, because that's the.
You got to get a diesel.
Yeah. Oh,
because it can pull trailers and.
No, all those big ones, they call them diesel pushers. They're not gas.
Yeah.
Now they make a big B class that's got gas.
And everybody regrets it.
Fuck that. No, I want the.
That's for if you're going to go take it and just park it somewhere. You know, you're going to kind of have a stationary deal.
Yeah.
You can get away with that, but if you're actually going to use the thing, especially going around the states or something, go up to Colorado. Driving that thing up a giant hill, you need some freaking diesel.
Yeah, well, no, all of the big ones either have Caterpillars or Cummins. And then they've got a big-ass Cummins generator on them, too. They've got...
Yeah.
Yeah, so... But the thing is that I want it to be nice to where... I want it to be nice.
Or you either pull a trailer or you pull a little.
I'm gonna pull
a little car behind you, so you can go cruise around in that.
I'm gonna pull a trailer with a Jeep in it, and then all the merch. And see, like, if you want to go,
a hell of a setup.
If you want to go, and if you want to go, you can go. Or if anybody else wants to go, they can go. They got their own bedroom, But I'm gonna outfit the middle to be all the cameras will be mounted. All we got to do is, like we do here, turn it on and go.
Yeah.
And then I'll have equipment if we want to do something outside. We'll do it outside.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, so it'll
It
start.
don't take much to get me to beer and a road trip. Oh, okay.
Well, no, I'm just saying around here, it gets it to where, that's the problem with getting these, because these professional people that I'm talking to, they're super interested in doing it, and they see the value of what we're going to build down the road. Okay, they see that. But everybody, it's time. We're all busy. Everybody is busy. So I have to make this convenient for everybody. And again, and that's what I've been thinking about for the last 2 months since we started this, is it would be selfish for me to try to build it that way. You see what I'm saying?
Or next time there's a hurricane or something, we can load up to get some Most Man water, get our own private brand water.
Yeah.
And take it down there and give out a bunch of water and do a couple shows down, not right in the hurricane zone, give everybody some elbow room, but just give out a bunch of water and,
we could show up to halfway houses. We could show up to,
homeless
shelters.
Yeah. You don't think there wouldn't be some stories out of those folks?
That's what I'm saying. There's endless possibilities with that. So that's not that it's such, I didn't mean to break the internet, but do you not think that's a good idea?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's better than just sitting stationary and...
Well, we're still going to have the stationary studio,
Yeah.
but everything that's recorded on the road, we just send it back like we normally do. Let them chop it up.
I'm jazzed.
Yeah, but what it does is it takes the studio wherever we want to go. Wherever, whenever.
Or have a little caravan if we're going for a couple weeks or something.
Yeah.
File with, somebody drives a truck and other stuff, we get like after 3 or 4 days, people I want to split and, then you hang out and do the, they just make it fun.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, like Talladega, if everybody's going to, get 5, 6 people going to go, well, we all drive out there, everybody, then they can split with their own vehicles and, bring what they need in the truck. And then, we hang out longer.
Speaking of, Tim, that's where I got me trusty little old hat here. You told me about the pickle parade in Mansfield.
Yeah, I got in, started my truck. The radio came on, which an AM station, and I was almost to Longview, Texas. And the radio stations never work out there from Dallas. But I guess the atmospheric conditions were just right. The first thing I hear is, this weekend, Mansfield, Texas, pickle capital, pickle this, pickle that. And it was just unbelievable, the timing of it. And I called Mark, hey, you know about this Mansfield pickle thing? No. Then he texted me, we hung up. He called me back in about a minute and a half. Hey, I just Google searched that. I'm going. Hell yeah, I'm going. He went down there and blazed the trail, bought pickle hats galore. And
these came off Amazon.
Oh.
But this one came from the
pickle.
Yeah, those came from Amazon. No, I bought some pickles, but there were like 6 or 7 vendors out there that gave me pickles to review.
All right, it's already started.
That's what I'm saying. There's people out there, they're just not doing it right. I will do it right. 100% professional. And I will give you my 100 honest opinion and not even opinion, professional review. We try one, we're going to try them all. And we're coming for all of them. It'll be a pickle tour.
The pickle tour.
Yeah. I will be pickled by the time it's done.
I'll be pickled watching you get pickled. But
speaking of the Pickle Fest, I went out there and, dude, there was a guy, and he's in Granbury. I'm going to go get some more of his stuff because I've already eaten it. I didn't get a chance to do his, but he had salsa, and he had a salsa that he pickled all the ingredients before he blended it. Oh, my God, dude. But he had 2 other salsas that he won the state fair. And another, oh, God, they were so good. There's so many good salsas out there, but you're not a big spicy guy.
No, but I like flavored salsa. I just don't like spicy salsa.
I like the hot stuff. But I like the flavored too, but I'm just saying there's a lot of the salsa game is just as big as the pickle game.
My neighbor down the street used to make this. He'd smoke all the peppers because he was a big
That's how I do it.
brisket kind of guy.
Yeah.
So he'd do all the smoked shit, and then by the time he put it in there, and
Smoked
it
salsa.
it was spectacular.
With smoked salsa, you have to eat warm. When it's cold, it fucking sucks.
Yeah, I believe
It
that.
has to be eaten warm. Oh yeah, no, I smoke my sauce. That's the only way I make when I make my own. No, it's all of my vegetables are charred or smoked. When I smoke it for a long time.
Do you go like mesquite or what?
Any of it doesn't
just
matter.
Hickory,
Doesn't matter. Pecan, mesquite,
whatever you got.
doesn't matter. Charcoal. It's good either way, but it has to be eaten warm. Some sauces can be done. It's like a pickle. Pickle's got to be done cold. Can't be done warm. You can, but you'll shit yourself.
Coming from a man who would know, it sounds like
No,
speaking from experience.
no. There's one. There's one company down and they sent me a case of their baby dills. Remember when we were coming back from Fredericksburg?
Yeah.
I was all pissed off because they had the regular ones, and they're good. They're good. They're the big dills, but they're baby dills. Oh, good God. I can eat a whole jar plus drink the juice in one sitting. It does. I ordered a case.
I know that mortifies me when he does that. That's out of my league right there.
No, me and my son were in a race. That case was gone. Because I was like, dude, look, I bought this. You're allowed 25%. I'm allowed 75%. This is your section. This is my section. Little fuckers in there. Yeah. Yeah.
You gave me a jar of that. I think I might still have some of that left.
Are they eating?
Well, we opened it and worked on them a little bit.
They're good, aren't they?
But I don't like the dill pickle as much as I like the baby sweet gherkins with my wife's from Wisconsin.
What the fuck's wrong with you, man?
Because I eat them with the bratwurst, and I like that sweet with the bratwurst.
No, I like sweet.
Yeah. But
those baby dills, until they're outdone.
I think the reason I'm not the big fan of the full blown dill pickle thing is when I was a kid, that was a big thing up in Cleveland. Corned beef sandwiches and pastrami and all that, which I really liked. But it always came with the big monster dill pickle. And when you're 10 years old, I mean, it was like, whoa, it was just kind of.
Well, I don't like salt.
But I got overpowered as a kid eating them pickles, and your parents, here, eat this, finish your pickle. And, it was.
Some of those sandwiches come with if they would change the pickle, they're salty.
But I'm just saying, when I was a kid,
no,
you're not really geared up for like drinking a beer when you're 10. It's like, now, I love it, but you can ruin yourself early on eating something when you're real young. Like black licorice. I had a bad experience with black licorice, and now I got
a story about my dad with black licorice.
So I think I like I like pickles, but I like the sweet ones and not the dill pickle. I mean, I can eat them now that I'm older. If it comes with a sandwich, you go to whatever big sandwich shop.
But 9 times out of 10, they serve shitty ones at those sandwich shops.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
So I like choke it down, and all right. Yeah. I ate the pickle, big whoop.
We'll get to that on Tickle My Pickle. Okay, so Tickle My Pickle. Okay, but speaking of Reubens and pastrami, woo, I make my own sauerkraut too. Love fermented. Barrett, that's enough of the Tickle My Pickle and all that. We'll get that. I just wanted to, but we're taking Most Man on the road. What I'm getting at. This show is going to be on the road, and we are going to build. We're gonna build it to where, again, this whole cornhole idea you got is fucking awesome. Okay, well we could.
Man, people go nuts. But
Well,
I didn't realize the
We could
depth and
go-
addiction of cornhole.
It's huge. It's almost like a sport now. I mean, it is a league.
sport.
It is. It's a league and a sport. It's just like, have you seen the slap boxing league?
Where they just whomp each other.
They fucking
Yeah, I heard that in Las Vegas, the guy that sanctioned that, or
No, he's the one. Dana White's the one that built the UFC.
no, well, but the guy who worked for the government, the sanctioning body, he said it was the biggest mistake he ever made. That he regrets ever letting them do that.
Have you seen how these guys are getting fucking knocked out in one punch?
Yeah, I can see why the guy from the Las Vegas
Yeah.
ass whipping committee or commission or whatever said, man,
But here's
I
who's
opened
behind.
a can of worms here with this.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. It's the people that built the UFC. Dana White runs the UFC. Okay, but the Fertittas, I'm not positive that but the Fertittas were the investors that bought the UFC. Okay, and their dad was a mobster back in the day, and that's why they moved to Vegas. Okay, I'm not allegedly. Okay. But I'm just saying, the Fertittas, they own Palace Station, they own Red Rocks, they own the Palms, they own several. But the dad started Palace Station, and that was the locals. It wasn't meant for the tourists; it was meant for the locals to come enjoy. Okay, so. But the Fertittas were the original investor in the UFC. Dana White was friends with Lorenzo. And I don't know if they're involved in it or not. I don't want to say that they are if they're not. But, dude, they know how to navigate all that shit. They built the UFC. I mean... Hell, porn was on TV and the UFC couldn't be on TV, and they figured that shit out. So that's what I'm saying. They know what the fuck they're doing. But these people are getting fucked up, man. If you just watch it.
I seen one clip the other day when the guy was saying
But
I never should have sanctioned it. I was like, man, that's some wicked shit.
No, their faces are just they're rearranged after the slap. I mean, like it takes a couple of, I don't know if it's a day or 2 days or 3 days or whatever, but they get hit so hard, and the places that you're not supposed to be getting hit hard, like your temple and your right by your ear and all that shit. And even if they hit you in the ear, could you imagine how if you watch how hard they slap? Because they're putting that powder on their hand, like resin or rosin, to where it gives you the grip, to where it gives you the whole.
It doesn't slide off.
No, you're getting the full.
Bites in.
It gets the full fucking boom.
Hit somebody with a golf shoe on your fucking
It's
hand.
like
with
taking
the
a fucking.
spikes
It's like taking a driver to somebody's fucking face. Is what it is.
with sandpaper on it.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll pass.
Well, I'm just saying it's. I don't even know how the hell we got on that, but. Okay, let's shift gears.
What do you want?
You think we got the point across? Did you understand it, or do I need to explain it better?
Which point about what? We talked about a bunch of different shit.
The mobile.
Oh yeah, we're on with the mobile.
Yeah, there's so many. That's what I'm saying. We could. I don't. I think I know how we got on that. Was cornhole. But I'm saying we could just go to the park and have our own cornhole tournament and provide free barbecue or sell barbecue or whatever. I mean, you'd have to have a food truck and a food license and all that. That's not that hard to get.
Hey, find out where the old Oscar Mayer mobile is going to be, and to just show up. You got the pickles with the Oscar Mayer mobile. We'll stock the Oscar Mayer mobile wherever
Well, I'm just
it goes.
saying we can create our own events. Is what I'm getting at.
Sure.
We could start a most man cornhole series, or what would the proper term be for that? What's the circuit?
Yeah.
Like you said, our own boards.
In each city, have April 27th
That's
or
what I'm saying. That's
the second weekend in May, we're in Shreveport.
Right.
You know, next year, come on back. And
yeah.
the 7th annual Shreveport
Crawfish
Pickle
fest-
Meister.
Yeah, crawfish boil, fucking pickle eating contest, fucking cornhole tournament. All sponsored by Most Man.
That's great.
See what I'm saying?
And then get Budweiser or somebody to sponsor the Most Man.
No. We'll come up with our own alcohol at that point.
Our own alcohol.
Get some moonshiners to fucking step in with us.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Inject the pickle. You have Jello shots. No.
No,
You get the
fucking moonshine pickles. They got them.
I bet you they do.
They do. They got them at Specs. I haven't eaten any yet.
You can leave the pickle out for 4 years and it don't rot because it's got so
Fuck
much
no.
booze in it.
Yeah, it's so pickled. It's yeah. The pickle's so pickled it'll pickle your liver after you eat it.
The fly lands on it and just fucking craters over.
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, normally it's not good if there's a bunch of dead flies laying around the food it landed
Yeah.
on, but
Yeah.
hey, not a booze pickle. Yeah, keep the flies off. Self-regulating.
After no, I'll tell you what we need to have. God, man, we may blow this.
Well, let's just do this whole one. That'll be a whole different one.
Yeah, no, because here's
Let's keep this rolling. We're on it.
yeah. We're on it. We're on a tear. So let's just
Yeah, we can't
this
get
shit,
serious all
this,
of a sudden.
This shit is.
That'll be back to being serious. I don't want to get serious just yet.
no.
Spirituality. That's for another time.
No, we could have. Have you ever eaten a pickled egg?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever eaten a jar of pickled eggs?
No.
Okay. Well, we could have a pickle egg eating contest, and then, who's got the nastiest fart? Because those pickled eggs give you the worst fucking nastiest smelling gas.
My father-in-law told me a story, and I find this hard to be true, but he definitely had some crazy ass stories. He said up in Wisconsin when he was about 20 years old. Hell, he died when he was 70 something, you know. So I mean, this is in the 50s. So he ate a bunch of pickled eggs. Theoretically, he said, so he started feeling sick, so he went out in front of the tavern to puke, and he said they were shooting out like Roman candles. That's a visual I'll never forget. So I wanted to go, so what do you swallow these things whole? I mean, how the hell are you going to shoot a freaking a hard-boiled egg? So the only way to shoot it out of your neck like a Roman candle is you had to swallow it whole. Like, what are you, a snake or something? So I never really wrapped my head around this concept, but it was just such a visual and hilarious. And
No, I guarantee you what it was. He was eating quail eggs. Those are the small ones that you swallow whole.
Okay.
Yeah, the quail eggs are about like that.
Okay. But yeah, but the line of I was puking and I was shooting them out like a Roman candle.
Oh, I bet you they were quail eggs.
That's just so ridiculous.
They're great. Oh, they're fantastic. Okay, but God bless America, man. When you go to fart, it's just like what I was saying about eating pickles warm. Because when I first tasted those baby dills from that, there's one store in God, what is the name of that town? Lexington, Texas. Where I first tried them, and I started eating them. I was like, God bless, those are good. I ended up eating the whole jar, and then I fucking chugged the juice. Okay, because pickle juice is good for you. You know that, right?
I remember the Cowboys lost to the Eagles because of the famous pickle juice game. Kept them from cramping. So they said.
It's cramping. It's hydration. Think about cucumbers. Cucumbers are full of water. Okay.
Yeah.
But the vinegar. But there's so many benefits to pickle juice. There's so many. Cleans out your liver, cleans out your kidneys. But that's why when you drink pickle juice, you better be ready. It's like taking a cleanse. I mean, you will. It's like a waterfall. I drink pickle juice every morning before. That's the first thing that I drink after. I'll drink a cup of water with my vitamins. But do you know that you do not have to brush your teeth? You could not brush your teeth for a week, and you could have the worst ass breath known to man. Okay?
All right.
And you drink a shot of pickle juice, and you've got the best breath ever. If you ever are around women, most men out there,
You don't know this move, huh?
yeah, no, pickle juice brings your breath. I mean, you are, boom,
All right.
hungover breath. That fucking where you're just dying for some anything.
Yeah.
The alcohol fucking breath in the morning. Pickle juice.
Pickle juice. Sound like Joe Biden over there with the whisper. Pickle juice.
Yeah. Guess what I did for the country? What did he say? Did you hear what he said the other day? Guess what? Also, he said something fucking stupid. He's getting hammered for it. Fucking dumbass.
I
Guess
just
what?
like,
I like ice cream with chocolate chips.
yeah, I like this way he'll be talking and he just throw a whisper down there.
Yeah.
So when you said pickle juice, it just, anyway, not to get off into that.
Fuck
but
that guy. He's a fucking walking dead man. But anyway,
But pickle juice would bring him back. That's his only way to save him.
it
Some
would.
pickle juice.
No, but it's for your metabolism, hydration, cramping, your breath. I could go on and on and on, for all your organs. I mean, it's good for there's countless.
So
I just
pickle juice moonshine, right? Do some pickle juice shots.
Yeah, but do you know that when you
80
but here's another popular thing right now, is people pouring pickle juice in their beer.
I hadn't heard that one.
Because see that's why I drink these. There's electrolytes in this.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, we've talked about this before. I don't drink enough to get a major hangover, but if you do have a couple of too many, this has got electrolytes in it, but pickle juice and beer is fucking awesome, dude. It makes your beer taste so much better. It's becoming a thing. Because it rehydrates you and it cures your hangover.
Before you get it.
Yeah, and you're staying hydrated if you're out in the sun. You know what I mean? Like any place where you're out in the sun drinking a lot of beer.
Shit, you can drink a lot of beer and just get dehydrated if you're in a frickin' basement.
But what I'm saying is if you add pickle juice to your beer,
All right, I might look into this.
and it tastes, it's great with Miller Lite. It really is. I used to do it. It really is. It just I don't know, somehow it just smooths it out.
But it takes me forever to eat a jar of pickles, so I'd have to buy like some aftermarket pickle juice somewhere.
It's sold everywhere, man. Best Made sells pickle juice.
Yeah, I need to get.
That's why Mansfield, Texas is the pickle capital of Texas, is because of Best Made. That's where Best Made pickles are made. They're sour as fuck, but they sell their pickle juice, and in the liquor stores and all that, they sell pickle juice shots.
Yeah, see, and then you could dial it in to your liking. You know, you don't have to put a certain amount of pickle juice in there. You put it in enough to where it's like, okay, I like that. You know, you find your happy medium.
Yeah,
I'll look into that.
and I'm telling you, it's not bad. It tastes good. I was like, I don't know about pickle juice in my beer, but then I tasted it and I was like, well, fuck.
You know what I'll do? I'll make you this promise right now. I'll do pickle juice in my beer before I stand in a 22-degree shower to freeze my ass off. So, you know, because you're big on the frozen guy.
Yeah.
The pickle juice. If I got to pick one or the other, I'll go with pickle juice in my beer.
And I'm telling you, dude, these cold showers have helped me out a bunch. They really have.
Take a cold shower and cold pickle juice.
Yeah.
Take it to the next level.
I'll do it. Maybe me and Wim.
I know you would.
Maybe me and Wim Hof can do ice pickle juice bath.
After like 2 months of pickle juice showers, you know, maybe you grow hair like you look like a bear. You know, who knows what it'll do? You know, your skin will be perfect, like, you know.
Might make your dick bigger.
Well, it might do something to you that nobody would have thought, because nobody's ever taken a fucking shower in pickle juice for 2 months before.
No, we'll just get a barrel. Just get a barrel and fill it, you know, make sure it's ice water and pickle juice and just get in the barrel. That's the cheapest way to do ice baths, is in a 55-gallon drum. but you got to have an ice machine or ice. That's why it's just well, the cheapest way to do it is to get a deep freeze and fill it full of water and plug it in at night. And then in the morning you come in, bust the ice off. That's what I'm doing when I'm my new place that I get. I'm gonna get me a big fucking deep freeze. I'm going to fill that motherfucker full of water and throw a bleach tablet in there, and I'm going to fill it full of water and plug it in.
Well, you can throw a thermostat in there, too, a line voltage thermostat, so when it gets down to 33 degrees or something, it cuts off, so you don't have to chisel the ice off the top. Because if you...
No, you want the ice on top. You want it that cold.
There's no difference between 33 and 32 degree water.
Yes, there is. Yes,
1 degree.
Yes, there is. Now, I know that the water's not frozen, but I'm just saying.
If it's below 60, if it's below 60,
I see what you're saying.
I wouldn't know if it's 40, 30, or what.
But the optimal is 34 to, from what I've been watching. But if it's moving, here's the thing, though. But if it's moving, it can get colder.
Absolutely.
And if it's not solid yet, it can get colder than 32. But the optimal is in the 30s.
Well, that's where you don't want to fuck up and go out there and you got a
chunk.
4x6. Yeah.
Chunk ice, yeah.
You're sitting on top of it with your ass cheeks melting into it. Yeah.
Woo-wee.
But I'm just saying, for a cheap-ass thermostat, $100 line voltage thermostat, you could set it 33 degrees and... You know, if you didn't go out for a day or two or you were out of town, you can come back, boom, it's the exact temperature you want it to be. So
yeah, but you want a good layer of ice on top. About like that.
Fuck that.
2 or 3 inches.
Or you do it my way with the 33 degree thing, and then, you know, you just throw a bag or two of ice on top of it, or, you know, take a, you know, just to get that floating ice in the top of it.
Well, there's people that are doing it that do it to where it doesn't freeze. But I'm just saying the cheapest way to do it. But they're building these, and these ice bathtubs they're fucking expensive. I mean,
put a trolling motor in there with a car battery, so it keeps the water going in the morning. Pull the trolling motor out, get in there. And then it flash freezes while you're in there and they find you dead. Boy, that'd be a good one for NCIS or something. You know, how did he freeze solid in this chunk of ice? Because the water quit moving.
You can't. That's what Wim Hof proved. He fucking stood in a cube, like an aquarium, a human-sized aquarium, and they buried him, not in ice water. I'm talking like Sonic crushed ice. They buried him up to here. And he stayed in there for like, I don't want to misquote, but I think it was like 3 hours. And they had IVs running through him and all that. I'm telling you, they were injecting his IVs with fucking.
Yeah, that's him. That's not just some average fuck like us.
But they've done it to other people though now. But he was the one that was like, you don't understand. I don't get allergies. I don't get sick. I don't get this. I don't get that. He built that method.
No, but my point was, if the water's 25 degrees but it's not frozen because it's moving, and you take your trolling motor out and you jump in, and then it just goes, boom, and turns into a giant fucking block of ice.
Oh yeah, then you're fucked.
Yeah, you just entombed yourself.
But he entombed himself.
But he ain't getting out of this thing. You're out there by yourself in your fucking garage in a...
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I'm just saying, he proved that the human body... You just need to watch some of his stuff. I'm just... Don't hate on it till you look at it, is all I'm saying. He is a...
Yeah, but you're acting like anybody can do that. This guy probably...
But it's a huge deal in the whole professional athlete. And I'm not a professional athlete. I'm not saying I'm a professional athlete. Ice baths and sauna have been popular, like you said, forever. Forever. They've been popular forever. Hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. That surfer, by the way, I'm playing with some man cards right now. Get your man card. Coming soon. Laird Hamilton from Hawaii.
All right.
That's his whole thing now. Is he does the whole hot to cold and then jump in the pool and swim with all these fucking weights and water therapy is better than lifting weights, but carrying weights while you're swimming in water and this. There's just so much new shit that has came out that is so interesting, and all these people that and again, I'm about to, whenever I sell this place, I'm going to go on a year sabbatical. And I'm just going to test myself. I want to lose as much weight as I can. I want to get in the best shape I can. But I want to have not that I'm not broke, but I've explained it on a couple other podcasts. I went through a bankruptcy. I lost a fuck ton of money. And I just don't have a bunch of money to blow on anything right now. But I'm about to. Get ready. But I do. I want to, because I like that extreme shit.
Yeah, I like reading about extreme shit. That's about it.
When I did that Spartan Beast, okay, Spartan Beast is 18 miles, but it's not 18 miles across flat land. It's 18 miles of going up fucking mountains, fucking through creeks and rivers, and it's fucking hell. And then it's got like 32 military obstacles. We had to crawl like 600 yards under barbed wire. That's like, you know what I mean? Like you got barbed wire hitting your head.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you're crawling.
Keep your ass down too.
Yeah, but they're spraying you with water hoses, and they've got these megaphones in your ear going, weir, 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 and you got all these fucking people around you, and we're all just trying to fucking army crawl.
I'd rather hear that than disco. If they were blaring disco, I'd just stick my head in the barbed wire and twist.
The first obstacle that we did. Listen to this. The first obstacle that we did was these they were trees about this big around that they just cut off in stumps, and they were all unlevel, okay, and you had to walk across these, and there's like 10 of them, okay, but they were tall enough to where if you stepped off, your nuts are getting even a 6-foot man, okay, I'm 5'10", 5'9", if I'm dehydrated, right? So, this guy slipped. The guy in front of me slipped off, and the fucking stump just ripped from his calf all the way up to his dick. And I was like, "Fuck!"
Put some pickle juice on it.
Yeah. So, but a friend of mine, the guy that I ran it with, a friend of mine, shout out Clinton Campbell. Clint's got cancer right now, I hope. Bad deal. But his nephew, he fell off. I fell off. So we had to do 30 if you don't complete the obstacle, if you fail, you have to do 30 burpees. Have you ever done burpees before?
40 years ago.
They fucking suck. I don't give a fuck if you're 10 or
that was punishment as a child.
Yeah, burpees suck. So you have to do 30 burpees or you don't get to move on to the next obstacle. Yeah. Well, hold on. Let me finish this one real quick, and then I'll have something else to talk about.
All right.
Yeah, Timmy's got to. This is what happens when you get old. You got to piss all.
Nature calls.
Yeah, you got to piss all the time. Now he went down to do his first burpee, and a stick went through his eyelid, his bottom eyelid, and I had to pull it out.
Good God! Why does all this shit happen to you? Even though it didn't happen to you, you're just always around crazy shit.
Oh, it's how I live. Go.
Stick in the eye.
Go drain the vein.
Hell, I'll be careful where I walk with the sticks in the eye story.
Yeah, we'll get you some pickle juice when you get back. Oh, Timmy. So, yeah, while he's out, we'll bullshit about some random bullshit of. Yeah, so he always hits me with this whenever I don't have anything to say. I need to plan on these moments a little bit better. So leave it in the comments. Smash the bell. Ring the bell. Smash the subscribe button. Leave it in the comments what you think about what would be fun when we take this thing mobile. And we'll plan it around what y'all want to do. Because here's the thing: as this thing grows, we're not moving any needle right now, and I know that. Okay, but as time goes on, and when I really get a chance to invest some money into it and build it proper, and have the marketing behind it, it's going to take off pretty quick. Pretty confident. But as we grow, y'all are the ones that we want to please, or that I want to please. I want to make sure that y'all are getting what you want and what's fun to y'all. I mean, without y'all's feedback, excuse me, without y'all's feedback, there is no growth. Because y'all are the end user that wants to get what you want, and that's what we want to give you, is what you want. You know, what brings joy to your life, what brings just fun. We know how to have fun here. We want to know what you want. So let us know. That's what I was saying. Look, me and you know how to have fun together. But what?
Yeah, sometimes other people had gone, that don't look like fun. But to us, we're like, hell, man, we're doing it again tomorrow too. But we could look at what you guys do, and like, that ain't much fun. Doesn't look like fun. That's what's beautiful about fun. Kind of like women. Some people like this kind or that kind, or overweight, underweight, skinny model. Who knows? To each his own. But when you're having fun, you'll know it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I know how to have fun. But like you say, sometimes, again, it goes back to what he's me and him are yin and yang. That's why we do this.
Yeah, we definitely have.
We have fun together, but
our sense of humors kind of play off each other properly.
Yeah.
And it's fun. Funny. I've driven down the road for an hour talking to him and just laugh. I mean, the whole hour is just laughing. Like, hey, I got to get out of the truck now. No, I'm in the middle of this story. We're still going. Like, yeah, we'll pick it up later.
But, yeah, man, I'm excited for this company, man. I'm telling you, I'm going all in, and I really, I see it. I feel it. I know. It's just what needs to happen is there needs to be a big marketing campaign. The right way.
Get some momentum.
Well, but here's the thing. On YouTube, anything on YouTube. If you look at any people on YouTube that have done well or doing well, or any of that stuff, it's just like any other business. You've got to suffer. You've got to suffer for a period. And that's when most people quit.
Sure.
You have to suffer. Nothing good. There's plenty of people that have gotten lucky out there, obviously.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, but that's 0.1%. You got to work hard. You got to bring some value. You got to have something that people want. And in this business of what we're doing here is it's pure entertainment or products and services. But at the same time, it takes time to get there. You just can't quit. I'm not quitting. I'm a big deal in the pickle world, or gonna be in the pickle world.
Yeah.
I'm not a big deal at anything else.
I'm looking forward to the Most Man mobile. The mobile Most Man.
No, that's why I'm telling you, man. I wanted to tell you today, but because once I thought about it, I was like, fuck. There's so many ways, and cheap. And you know what I mean? Cheap to where they get what they want, we get what we want, and everybody has a good time. You see what I'm saying? There's ways of doing this, because parks are free. You can go to a park and set up shop, and hell, Walmart will let you do it in their parking lot.
It'd be interesting just to pull off on a rest stop off of the interstate and just, see how many people, when they pull in to take a leak, they're like, what the, if you're standing out next to the bus,
I'll tell you what we did when I was younger. Okay. So I'm from Burleson. You've been to Burleson, right?
Yeah.
So 174, it's a busy ass fucking highway. There was a band before us, but I was in a band from like 13 to probably 15. Yeah. Somewhere in there. And we were good. We were good. We played at all the high school parties, and we were younger, but people wanted us to play. And we did. And but there was a video store back when videos were videos. It was called Videos to Go. And he was just an old hippie in there, and we were like, hey man, because there was another band before us that set up shop just out in the parking lot and just started playing. There was no announcement. There was no nothing. There was nothing. They just got out there and just started fucking jamming. And we did the same thing. We pulled a bigger crowd than they did. But dude, we ended up having like, probably 200 to 300 people. Once the crowd kept growing. That's all. And we didn't announce nothing. We just set up our shit in the middle of the parking lot, extension cords, and just started getting after it. It ended up being a crowd. Because when people see a crowd, all of a sudden they're like, what's going on over there?
Yeah. Yeah. They don't know what's going on, but they want in. Feel like they're missing something.
Yeah. No, I remember this old guy in the back. He was like, if you don't play some Jethro Tull, I'm fucking leaving. And I was like, then fucking leave, because I don't know any fucking Jethro Tull. I know who Jethro Tull is.
We ain't got an organ up here. How the fuck are you going to do that without an organ? Get out of here.
Yeah.
Or a flute. Wasn't it a flute?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a flute.
Jethro Tull had all sorts of fucking shit in it.
Yeah. Good God.
That's what he's screaming from the back. I'm fucking leaving unless you play some fucking Jethro Tull. And we were all like, everybody's looking around like,
oh, that's going to kill the party.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Jeez. Yeah, he really threatened you with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I took it as a threat.
That's kind of funny. There's probably his buddy to this day is probably going, they're all stoners, Now, remember that day you threatened that band to leave if they didn't play some Tull? He's like, yeah, I was stoned. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. That's funny.
Well, that's Johnson County for you, man. Johnson and Hood County are the fucking butthole of fucking Texas.
So much for you playing their what do you call it, Chamber of Commerce days down there.
Well, no, they're better. They're better now, but back then, no. Johnson County and Hood County are the meth capital of fucking Texas.
Yeah, I know so many counties that claim that. I think if you're just out away from civilization, then the meth
Jesus Christ.
has a chance to permeate through the society.
What's crazy though is that, think about this real quick. How many people are fucked up in this world?
Percentage wise,
It's 90-10.
it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Well, it depends on your definition of fucked up. I mean, some people, they have jobs and they function, so they can't be too fucked up. But, are they 100% happy and mentally stable and on and on and on? So it depends on your definition of fucked up.
Well, okay, so I'm going to touch on one of these
All right.
that we were going to get on this topic. Yeah, we've already.
Yeah, let's wrap it up with a little serious talk right here. What do you got?
Well, are you needing to leave?
No.
Okay,
I just mean this one because it was all
yeah.
yucked up.
No. This is one that's really plagued me for a long time, or since I've been through all my stuff. Right.
All right.
Is loyalty.
Yeah.
I mean,
everybody's loyal right up till they're not.
Exactly.
And when is that going to be?
But here's the thing. I've known you for how long? 22, 23 or 4 or 5 years? It's been a long fucking time.
Call it 20. You just call it 20.
20, yeah, because I was probably, no, you're right. Because I was already married by the time. Yeah, 20. And you've been loyal ever since then. And I've been loyal to you. Now, do we fucking bite each other's heads off every now and then? Absolutely.
That's because we're kind of comfortable with each other, and we can say shit to each other that.
Well, no, but
we're buddies,
But that's what a true friend is. A true friend will fucking call you on your bullshit when it's time to be called on your bullshit. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that. You need people like that in your life. That's a loyal person.
Well, you can call bullshit and get into it or whatever, and then the next day you're like, "What's up? Hey, how's it going?"
But no, because there was something positive.
There's no grudge. There's no like, fuck, I got butt hurt. And where'd that come from? It's like, hey, man,
you were wrong. And I told you were wrong, and you may not like it, but.
Or we hashed out and we met
in the middle,
or we agreed that we ain't ever going to agree. So let's, I see it one way, you see it one way. Sometimes you got to agree to disagree on certain things.
Yeah.
But you don't hold it against the guy.
Okay, so this is the one story that I wanted to tell on this. We'll save the rest of it for another. Because there's some good info in some of this. For most men out there, or if you're a most man and all the most men out there, you're not alone. I mean, I went through this, and it's even as recently as this week. Okay. I've said it before, and I'll just do it real quick. Okay, I lost my business. I lost $12 million. I lost my family, my wife, and my kid. I didn't lose my kids. Okay, my kids are still a huge part of my life. My son's here every day.
But it got shuffled, and it changed how it was.
Man, but here's the thing: I lost everything. Real quick, over a fucking hurricane. Okay, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't fuck anybody around. I'm a good dude. I've done more good than I've ever done wrong. Okay, so I go through all this bullshit, and everybody just thinks that I'm talking about my family. This is what the point that I'm trying to make about loyalty. Because it's a huge word to me. Always has been. It's just like my dad. Okay? My dad fucked up more shit.
In more different ways.
Yeah.
He was an artist at fucking shit up.
And on monumental levels. This wasn't just like, I forgot to change the oil in the lawnmower and it blew up. No, I just fucked up a $45,000 item because I wasn't thinking. Or I thought I could cut a corner and we're here.
What could possibly go wrong? Funk.
Yeah, exactly. So, but what I'm getting at, it doesn't matter what my dad did. I'm telling you right now, when it came to life or death situations or real life situations or situations to where, and again, I was the one that cleaned up all his messes, okay? He was the most loyal guy I have ever met in my life. And I was the most loyal person to him and understood him. For him is that the 2% that he fucked up was monumental. Okay? It was monumental. But the 98% that he brought was, there's not even a word for monumental or loyalty or any else of that. We could have been in the biggest fight over anything. And if something happened, who do you think was right beside my side? Him. And I was right beside him. Didn't matter. Didn't matter what we were fighting about. He pulled a gun on me 3 times. 3 times. And 2 of the times that it happened, something happened, and he fucking put the gun, and he's like, all right, we got to go handle this. And I was like, so you're going to fucking pull it on me when we get back? You know?
Pick up where we left off.
Yeah. Put it somewhere fucking convenient, you know. Jesus Christ. Okay, so, but what I'm getting at is that loyalty. I go through all this shit with my family, and I'm talking losing my wife, about all that stuff, right? But here's the one thing that I despise about my other part of my family is they're not built like me. They're not built like my dad. Okay? Because loyalty is something, working hard and doing the right thing, and it doesn't matter. It does not fucking matter. It's just what we got done talking about. I have your back, you have my back. No matter what. No matter what. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, if somebody sees us arguing, they're like, oh, they don't get along. It's like, well, no, we'll come kick your ass.
And get back to arguing after it's done.
Yeah, this is a side deal here. I mean,
Yeah.
this is a little microcosm.
Yeah.
But
it's called loyalty.
You know, it's between me and you. This isn't between us and them.
No. This, yeah. Okay, so all of a sudden, and I've probably got into on other podcasts and this, that, and the other, but all my family, I'm talking my mom, my stepdad, not my blood sister, my half sister, okay? My cousin, all the people that I've taken care of for years, financially, emotionally, physically. I'm talking everything, okay? And this is why I don't want to talk about all my shit, because I'm not looking for sympathy. I don't want sympathy, but it's the difference between right and wrong, okay? For the last 2 years that I've been separated from my wife, or, you know, and the divorce is final, but here's the thing. I've had my wife paraded around in front of my face by my own family. Okay? Family functions that I can't even go to because my ex-wife is there. I mean, this is my mom. And I told my mom, I was like, look, tired of having my ex-wife and the boyfriend that had a huge part in ripping my family apart, ripping my other kids out of their home. 2 kids had nothing to do with anything. Ripping them out of their home and changing their lives.
Not the boyfriend of your wife, the boyfriend of a daughter.
Yeah.
That's right there. You
Yeah.
made it sound like it was your wife's boyfriend.
Yeah, well, I didn't mean
Daughter boyfriend.
Yeah, well, it's
Just clarifying.
yeah, well, no, well, I had a couple of these.
Yep.
So, but here's the bad part about all this is that I'm through it. Like, look. I've had employees. I've had all sorts of stuff happen to me. There's people out there always trying to get you. There's always people out there trying to get you. But you just gotta have thick skin and just fucking move on. Don't worry about that. Okay? It's just fucking noise. Okay? So I forgave all them. I was born and raised Catholic, so but forgiveness and forget are 2 different things. Okay? I forgave them. My mom's doing all this shit to me, but here's the thing, is that my mom doesn't understand why I don't want to talk to her or have a relationship, or my other sister or my cousins. And all these people that took the chance to dogpile on me, the guy that built I built my cousin's career, helped all of these people when they needed help. I was the backbone of our family. I was the guy. I am the backbone. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. They all know it. But when it was time that I lost everything, they took a good chance to dogpile. And I didn't appreciate it. But at the same time, I understood. I was like, man, they just don't understand what I'm going through. And I'm not going to explain it to them. And I can't explain it to them. Right? But at the same time, men out there, there's very few people that are going to have your back. Very few. Even your own family. When you think that your family would be the only people that you can count on. Again, I didn't want any sympathy. I didn't want any help. I can take care of all my own stuff. This is my problem. This is not your problem. This is not their problem. It's not anybody's problem. It's my problem. Okay? I chose to build this huge company that just got hit by a hurricane. We lost a fuck ton of money. It's my problem. Nobody else's problem. Mine. Not looking for sympathy. Okay? But for fuck's sake, just have my back as my blood fucking relatives. But you know what? They're not gonna be there. They will not. It's because they don't understand. They don't understand the hurt, what you're going through. But here's my whole point about this. Because I'm not wanting to shove shit down your throat. I know I'm being loud right now, but just hear me out. So here's what happened. My mom, after all this stuff's done, everything's done. Like my life, everything's getting better. I mean, everything. I am full of sunshine now. There's no negativity. There's no dark cloud. There's nothing hovering over me anymore. Everything is bright. Okay? So now all of a sudden they think it's just, we did all this stuff to him while we had the chance to kick him while he was down. Well, you did. And it sucked. But I remember. Okay? But now all of a sudden, they don't understand why that I'm just like not going, hey, how y'all doing? No, fuck you. Okay? I remember, but because here's the thing. Okay, so here's my whole point about this. I called my sister and I was like, you know what? I was like, they just don't get it. They don't understand why I'm upset. Okay? I'm upset because you stomped on me when I was down. But it doesn't matter. I can handle it.
It wasn't just when you were down. They didn't just leave you alone.
They paraded it in front of my face.
Yeah, they made it worse. If they would have done nothing, it would have been better.
Exactly. Just have my back. That's it. Blood is thicker than water. Just have somebody's back. I didn't ask financial. Okay, so. But here's the thing now. Now my mom is hurting because I don't want anything to do with them. Now that it's all over. They're like, it's just supposed to be back to normal. Mark, come on back. We hear things are going good for you again. You know, let's all be, you know, let's all sweep this under the rug and move on like it used to be. No, fuck that. No. You don't get that anymore. So, but here's the thing, though. Here's my whole point. Is it sickens me and it breaks my heart that I have to tell my mom that I don't want anything to do with her anymore. Because I know how bad she hurts. Okay? She's hurt. And she's a strong Catholic woman. Very, very strong. And she's a good woman. My mom is a great, great person. Okay? So, I made the decision this week on Wednesday. I said, I'm going to go talk to a priest that I don't even know. I don't even know. And I want to tell him what happened. And if he's willing to mediate between me and my mom. Because I don't want to hurt her. If I am doing something wrong to hurt her, I don't want to do that. She's getting to the age where I can handle all the shit that's happened to me. You see what I'm saying? I can take that. I'm man enough to take that. But I don't want to hurt my mom no more. If I'm doing the hurt. Okay? I don't think I am. But I want it from a third party. Okay? So I went in there and laid it out. And he told me, listen to this story. Well, let me finish this and then I'll tell you the story about him. This fucking guy. Oh my. This is why pulling up on places and talking to people that you never know who you're going to meet out there, dude. I just met a fucking legend of the world. Okay. Now, he told me, he said, look, do you know what the definition of family is? And that, Tim, this is going to fucking blow you away. Okay. Knock your dick off.
All right.
Okay. He said, Mark, the only love you have, and you're a believer. I know you are.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. He said, the only love in this world is between me and Jesus. Because we were in his office, and he said, no, let me tell you where the love is. It's between me and him. Love is superficial. But love is love. If you just love somebody, you love them. Okay? He said, let me tell you what family stands for. And this rocked my fucking world. Okay?
Yeah.
He said, if you have a family, your family is your family. Okay? He said, let me tell you what the first three letters of family mean. F-A-M, right?
Yeah.
He said, you're the man of your family, and your family is your family. So the first three letters mean, forget about me. Forget about what you think and feel. Forget about me. And what are the last three letters?
Oh, wow. This will be good. You got to have a U at the end, huh?
No.
No? I don't know.
Family. How do you spell family? F-A-M. I-L-Y.
Well, that's what I said, the Y at the end, but meaning you, but.
Okay. Well, the meaning of family is forget about me and I love you.
I told you it was you at the end. I had that much dialed in.
But I'm just saying that your family is your family and you love them just because you're your family. Love is superficial.
Well, that's the whole part of having somebody's back because you love them.
Right.
You know.
But when they don't have it up front and you have to do it on the back end, it's not a, but here's the thing. Here's what he told me. And I'm not going to go into this any further. Okay. But when he said that, I was like, fuck. I love you because you're my family. It has nothing to do with what I feel or think about you or anything that you're doing or whatever. You're my family, so I love you. Forget about my feelings, my thoughts, my whatever. My love is with this guy.
Yeah.
As long as I'm right with this guy, then I'm okay. Right?
But if you're loving him and doing something stupid, then he may not, put the blessing on it.
Karma's karma, but here's what he told me. And it confirmed exactly what I was thinking. He said, let me tell you something. He said, you know the old rule. Hang around shit long enough, you start smelling like it. Just because you're family doesn't mean you have to. If you hang around with somebody that's going to stab you in the back, you deserve every blade in your back. Because you allowed yourself in that situation. Don't come complaining to me. And don't come complaining to him. You knew what you were getting yourself into.
Well, that's part of the forgive, but don't forget. Because if you forget, then you walk right into the buzzsaw again.
Exactly. So, that's the point. Okay, but here's the other part of this guy. This guy is from, I want to get it wrong. I want to say he's from North Korea.
Okay.
Okay. But what happened, though, is when North Korea took over, his parents they put him in prison. And they were in like a juvenile prison. But somehow they got some type of, they kept the parents in prison, okay, or some concentration camp. Well, him and 45 other people decided to escape once they got their temporary, not temporary freedom, but they had enough to where they were like, look, this is our window. We got to go. And they did. And he said, out of 45 people, there was only like 18 that made it. Because they escaped in boats. And got caught in these huge fucking storms because they left in the winter, like the beginning of winter.
Hey, when it's time to go, it's time to go.
It doesn't matter though, but he spent 4 months abandoned in the middle of the ocean and made it. And now his parents that were in prison, they're all back here. The United States Navy saved him, and that's what he said. He said, if you don't believe. He said, I believe that we were going to make it. He said, the first people that die are the people that don't believe. They die like flies. He said, I went so many days without eating, water, they're just sitting there. They're ducks in the water. And he made it. And I just walked up and randomly talked to this dude. I walked into a church that I didn't even know. Didn't know who ran it. Didn't know any of that. I just walked in and he happened to be there and he was like, can I help you? And I was like, I need to talk to a priest. He said, well, I'm one. Let's go. That happened Wednesday.
Man, that's heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. I'm telling you, this guy, I'm seriously thinking about, I want to get to know him better. Seriously thinking about, I'm not saying joining, but I'm seriously thinking about start going to his masses.
Heck yeah, why not?
A heavy dude, man. Because he called me on a lot of bullshit. He's like, look, I've listened to you for an hour, and now it's time for you to listen to me. He fucking gave it to me the way it needed to be given.
Both barrels, huh?
I'm telling you. He's like, look, I've listened to you for an hour, and now it's time for you to listen to me. And that's what he told me. He said, look, man, you might be right, you might be wrong, you might deserve to feel everything that you're feeling, But it doesn't matter. You got to man up and move on. However it works. It's your life, not theirs. As long as you got this between him and you, as long as that's correct, you'll be fine. Don't come to me complaining to me ever again. That's how he ended the conversation was don't. If you're looking for a shoulder to cry on, I'm here to tell you how it is. And it was heavy. Number one, it confirmed what I felt. Why I shouldn't be talking, because that's what he told me. He said, "Look, if you put yourself back into that, you deserve everything you get. But if you have to walk through the pain for 10 more years, you deserve every bit of that pain. That's your pain to take. But this guy will take it away." It was epic, Tim.
Yeah, I've talked to priests in the past, and they definitely have some wisdom.
Oh,
You know, we'll save that one for a whole nother. I've got some stories.
yeah.
You need to, you know, have the dance floor with that one whole thing. But yeah, that's. I highly recommend somebody getting married into Catholic Church. Me and Renee had to go to a like a weekend getaway kind of thing, and there was some pretty good stuff in there. You know, there really was.
I wish we'd have went through it because I probably wouldn't have married her. We chickened out. We got there and we're like, fuck this. I wish I'd have gone through it.
Yeah, we did it, and I was better for it.
I bet you were.
And
got some fucking real shit put in front of your face. No, we chickened out. Said we went.
Said we went.
We went.
But you didn't stay, but you went, you know.
Yeah.
That's funny. Kind of, you know, depends on
But that's the difference between traditional and non-traditional. That's where the traditions got broke, was in my generation. If she was a traditional woman, we would have gone through it. She's the one that wanted to leave.
And there was wisdom. And there was wisdom.
Yeah, I took me a fifth of Jack Daniels with me. I was gonna make it through.
Jeez.
Was fucking Friday, Saturday night, man.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna go to sleep somehow, or get some relief somehow. Let's good Catholic boys. We know how to drink.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but there was, you know, all this role playing shit and blah blah blah, and you know, it's like, oh, this is such a bunch of crap. But after it was over, it was like, yeah, there was some crap in there, but there was some other shit that wasn't crap. You know?
Yeah.
It wasn't all crap.
No. Well, I was an altar boy when I was a kid. Hell, the priest that I worked for, he used to get fucking hammered. He'd get hammered.
Those Catholics will do that.
No, man, he had his glass. You know, when they blessed the wine, his glass was already half full before he. You know what I mean? He. Everybody was like, Jesus Christ! Either is the slowest drinker or it's full. You know. And I was a little
too close to the microphone and you hear good,
yeah.
Like on the Three Stooges, you know, with the chugging the.
Yeah. Well, no, I was a little dickhead altar boy over there when it was time to ring the bells. I'd be like, you know, you're supposed to go ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. You know, there's certain amounts of rings that you're supposed to do. I'd be over there, and everybody's looking around like, all right, dude.
Playing Jethro Tull on the freaking bell over there.
Yeah, and I'm like, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
Yeah, us Catholics are rebellious in certain ways.
Good
you know?
God. No, but there were times where that priest, he'd get up there and he'd start talking. and hit your camera. I don't know when's the last time you did it, but just in case you forgot. He would get up there and start mumbling and going, and even as a kid, I was like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? And finally they got rid of him because he was just a fucking drunk. This is a long time ago. This was St. Anne's Catholic Church in Burleson.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, my mom used to take me to the back row because I was I was so rambunctious. And she went down one time to. No. What it was she either got up to go to the bathroom or it was Ash Wednesday or something. She was getting the cross on her head. Dude, I army crawled from the back all the way to the front. And I got the offering basket and picked it up and fucking took it all the way to the back. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When I started playing guitar, I played in the church choir as a young
nice.
kid. Yeah.
Yeah, we could do a whole podcast just on crazy Catholic stories. We ought to just save.
Fuck.
I got a bunch. I went to Catholic grade school up through 8th grade, so I've seen a whole bunch of
Oh, I bet you did.
good and weird and crazy. And I'll tell you what, though, I moved to Texas, and I already had a high school education by the time I got here. I mean, in the 9th grade, I went to Jesuit. No, it was called Padua. It was taught by Franciscan friars, walking around with the monk suits on and the robe and the rope around their. So by the time I was done with 9th grade and I moved to Texas for 10th grade, I mean, I was just bored shitless in school. I got in all kinds of trouble just because they're like, man, he's not teachable. It's like, I could have taught the fucking class.
Exactly.
Seriously. I mean, then they're like, hey, you need to go to college. Fuck that. I hated school. Get me the hell out of here. It was like I was in jail. I don't want no part of school. So.
No, and well, that's the thing with all these people, like what I'm talking about, how I got this idea for the bus and all that. Man, people are saying, fuck this.
Yeah. I mean, look at all these people now with college debt. I mean, they're $80,000 in debt. Well, what do you do for a living?
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't know, underwater basket weaving and all kinds of crap. You got to be kidding me, man. You know, it's getting to the point in this country where if you got any kind of skill, I mean, you make $20 an hour falling out of bed. Anybody will hire you for $20 an hour if you show up. You know, be on time. Don't steal nothing. You know, they're talking about, we got to have more than $7 minimum wage. Well, there's plenty of jobs minimum wage used to be for a kid in high school or just out while he was figuring out what he was going to do for a living. It wasn't meant to be that's your career to make minimum wage and raise a family. But somehow it morphed into that with, well, if a guy works 40 hours a week, he should be able to support his family. I worked 40 hours a week when I was a kid. I say kid, 18, 19 out of high school, selling parts in a supply house. I mean, you brought home less than $100 a week. It was, you can't raise a family on that. But I parlayed it into a career in air conditioning. I
know.
But people somehow, the government or whoever, they're like, well, you can't raise a family on minimum wage. It was never,
never meant to be.
And kids, you used to go mow some lawns, make $10 on the weekend or something. Now, I mean, you got professional lawn mowing folks, 6 dudes in the back of a pickup truck. They pull up in front of a house, in 4 minutes they're done. They go 4 houses down, they all got a contract, It used to be the kid with the lawnmower and he weed eated, you made $10, which, it took you 3 hours and you did a badass job and they gave you $15 and maybe a $5 tip and you were like, yeah. Paper boys, it turned into that. getting a paper route. It taught you how to get up and go to work. Then it turned into then it was like corporate mail. People had like 5 mail routes and people in the back of the pickup truck at 4:30 in the morning, boom, 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 just driving 30 miles an hour, just firing newspapers out of the back of a pickup truck. It was like it got modernized or it got put on steroids or something. But kids, they used to work in the fast food place and make some money in the summer. And now, it's just, hell, you'll be in a fast food joint and I guess I'll just shut up before I get in trouble. But
No, say it.
hell, nobody speaks English in there. Hey, I want extra tomatoes. And then you get no tomatoes. Well, I want no tomatoes. Well, then you get extra tomatoes. Nobody knows what the hell you're saying. Give me a number 7. I mean, and you get it how it's on there, hopefully, or they don't screw that up. I mean, there's just no, it's all just.
There's no pride.
It's all just a
Fuck you. You get what you need. Or you get what I give you.
yeah, everybody, fast food workers need $15 an hour. The day they get my fucking order right, I'll even consider that.
Well, that's what I said to these
They
people.
got to get my order right twice in a row, and it's impossible.
But no, there's a Whataburger here in town, okay, in Willow Park, right up the road. And I swear to God, every time I eat there, I order my fucking hamburger, I go sit down, however long it takes them to cook it, gets to my fucking table, and the fucking hamburger is cold.
And you waited for it.
And that's what I said. I said, how long has this fucking patty? If y'all are supposed to cook it fresh. Now, you understand that Whataburger got bought out.
No, I didn't know that.
I don't know if you know that. They got bought out by... Doesn't matter. Some big fucking conglomerate. Whataburger has been bought out.
All right.
I guarantee you they're fucking cooking those patties and stacking them. They're cold. You get a cold fucking hamburger patty. Who the fuck? It's that much of the goddamn hamburger. How can you not heat that fucking part up?
Yeah, and they want $15 an hour. You're an asshole.
And we'll spit in your food if you fucking bitch at us.
Yeah. What it's come down to.
Well, it's just like when I had that coffee company, man, or that coffee shop. I could have paid those kids $50 an hour. And they don't give a fuck, and they have no pride. They don't fucking care. Nobody cares anymore. That's kind of the point of why I brought that up about loyalty, man. Have some fucking pride. I mean, seriously. Come on. It's not that hard to just fucking do the right thing. I mean, fuck.
I was in a fast food joint, a Kentucky Fried Chicken over in Farmers Branch. And I went in there, and I never go in and sit down and eat, but I guess maybe I had some time to kill or something, waiting on a service call to roll around. And this kid behind the counter, he was so happy and perky and how you doing? And I was like, damn, man, this kid's all happy and perky and shit. And then so I got my food, and I went and sat down, and I was watching him while I was eating. And he was like that to everybody, the whole thing, man. And I should have got that guy's phone number, Hey, I don't need anybody right now, but if I know somebody or need somebody or whatever, man, I mean, I should have got in touch with that dude. If I can help you, if I, whatever you want to do, I know a bunch of people, something, but that kid was a cut above the rest. And I kind of regret not having,
Yeah, no, I had one of those. Same thing. He was God almighty. Same thing. Waiter at a restaurant. I saw how he was moving, how he talked to people and all this, and I gave him a shot. bought him a truck, brought him into the company, and he was just such a lit stick of dynamite. What's crazy is what happened to him. And now I know why he is the way he is, but it doesn't matter. I mean, he had everything but the do right. Okay. Him and his dad, he was working with his dad one night, and they were coming home from a job site. And his dad was a Harley rider. He was a Marine. And he's pulling out on the fucking road, and this truck with a horse trailer, he just turned at the wrong time, didn't look at the right time, whatever, and he pulled out and it fucking decapitated his dad, shot him out like a pretty good ways. He was in his coma for 6 months, and then he was raised in foster care his whole life. He didn't have a good raising. So I tried to help. God, talk about. I tried to do the right thing, and he just, God almighty, was he a tornado. Everything was just like, boom. He was a great kid. Same thing of what you're saying. On the outside, he was trying his hardest. He wanted to, like his whoever raised him to really do it. But he was such an explosive kid that it's just like, dude, take this somewhere else, man. I mean, some woman sent me a picture on Facebook of him the third night that I bought him a service truck, and like, look, dude, I'm giving you the chance. I'm doing this. And he fucking skids out through a ditch because he didn't want to wait on this woman that was turning left. It's like, dude, you took a brand new truck and just peeled out through a ditch, and, fuck my truck, but, because you don't want to wait. Telling you, man, we got tough times ahead of us. Thank God we're on the downhill skid. But I ain't quitting on the most men out there. I ain't doing it.
Yeah, you got to maintain or get your balls back.
Yeah, get your man kit. Get them back. Maintain, retain. But I'm just saying, just be a good person. The whole thing, and we're going to wrap it up on this because, hell, we've been here it's 7 o'clock now. Look, this whole channel, we want to build better men that hadn't fucked up yet, men that are about to fuck up, or men that have already fucked up and just don't know how to get out. We can get you out. Okay? And that's what the men's club is all about. When you join the men's club, we're going to have attorneys. We're going to have everything that you need to get what you need. Even if you're just thinking going through a divorce, even if you thought about going through a divorce, or what does a divorce look like? Or if you're getting married, thinking about getting married, maybe thinking about getting married and having a girl pressure you to get married, the pros and the cons, and how to fix that. Okay, and after this, I'm going to tell you how to fix that. And young men that are thinking about getting into it and all that, look, you've got everything that the world needs. Okay, you need to know how to protect yourself. It's very simple. Okay, and for all those categories that I just crossed, you know what the number one thing is that you need? I don't give a shit if you're 16. I don't give a shit if you're 18, 20, 22, 25, 28, 30, 35, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's called a trust. That's what protects you from everything. Everything. That's why trusts run companies. That's untouchable to anybody. And you can start it whenever you want to, for cheap. But what my point is that this is a cruel, cruel world that we live in, okay? But it's also a beautiful world. I've had a hell of a good time. Have you?
It's like fire. Fire's really good or fire's really bad. You got to use fire properly and don't let fire jump on your ass. But
That's right.
You know, it's you can't just say fire's good or fire's bad. It's how it's applied and how you interact with it.
Yeah. Life is beautiful as long as you plan. Okay. So, again, people out there that don't need to be pointed at and whatever. But I'm just saying that's what this company is built for. We are going to build better men and help some men. Okay.
And women.
And women. Yeah. Because they need it too. I mean, they're wondering why they can't find them a good man.
Yeah, they're hooked up with some knucklehead. You know, maybe the dude's a knucklehead.
Oh, there's plenty of them.
It happens.
Plenty of them. So get your man card.
Unknucklehead yourself.
That's right, unknucklehead yourself. Join the men's club. 12-step program on recovery, on how to maintain, retain, all of that. Okay, so like, subscribe, ring the bell, comment. Please subscribe. Ringing the bell, I don't know about if I give a fuck about that, but the comments, I want some comments. Give us some comments. That gives us dialogue. Okay? So, we are available on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, iHeartMedia, themostmen.com, info@themostmen.com. And let's build some better men. And let's have a fuck ton of fun doing it. It was good to see y'all. Thanks for accepting my hat tonight. And y'all have a good night.